How have things like video games influenced you guys when you're building something like that Jewel interactive experience?
The Jewel Washer, yeah. You know, I think we know that guests are big fans of video games, so we're always looking at ways to bring that level of interactivity into our parks as well. I mean, we are not in the video game business, but I think we know that guests will now bring a level of expectation about how to interact with our characters and stories, and so we're always trying to find new ways to bring that to life in the theme parks.
How does having Imagineers that actually come from the video game space like Jonathan Ackerley influence how you guys think when you're creating things like this?
Yeah, you know, I think as we craft any new experience, we bring in a lot of different Imagineers with different points of view from various disciplines. And I think having somebody like Jonathan around has been very helpful just to bring that video game perspective and to think about the ways interactivity can play maybe a larger role in some of the new experiences that we're developing.
The other thing that you said 7 years ago, the idea for this came about. Talk a little about how tablets have kind of opened up the ability to create things like this and how it makes it easier for Imagineers.
Right. You know, I think the good news is so much of this work is being done digitally. So when our Imagineers come out onto the construction site and actually are sculpting rock work and installing ride track, they have these 3D tools available on tablets in the field. So I think what we're getting is a direct translation of the original artist's hand as they've sculpted the rock work directly in the field at full size. So there's not as much loss through interpretation along the way. We get the exact same thing all the way through the process.
What's it like for you 7 years ago from idea to actually being able to ride it today and see it?
This is why I'm an Imagineer. Days like this are pure magic for all of us, and we can't wait for the guests to come in and start enjoying this experience as well.
Beyond the actual ride itself, can you talk a little about how you guys designed this to see it from all different angles and really bring this entire new Fantasyland to life?
Sure. You know, the Seven Dwarfs Mine train is located immediately in the center of all of New Fantasyland, so it's visible from 360 degrees all the way around. And there's some wonderful sightlines as you approach from the teacups, as you come in from Storybook Circus on the backside with Mermaid. You know, it was a very detailed design process to make sure that every sightline was perfect from every angle. Not an easy feat. I think about the Matterhorn at Disneyland, which sort of had to do that too. It sort of sits in the middle of Fantasyland there. I think one of the wonderful advantages of being located in the center is as you come up our second lift hill from the mine scene and you look out, you get this incredible view of the Be Our Guest restaurant, Enchanted Tales with Belle, and Cinderella Castle right in the center of our park. So sightlines both off-board looking in and on-board looking out are just spectacular.